Hello, and welcome to the webinar for Getting Paid on Time by Easy Dental. Thank you for joining us, and a special thanks to all those who are current Easy Dental customers. We appreciate your business. During this presentation, we encourage you to interact with us. There are a handful of widgets at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to submit questions during the presentation using the Q&A widget, or use the Facebook and Twitter widgets at the bottom of your screen to share some of the content that you're learning. My name is Alan Crow, and I'm the Marketing Campaign Manager for Easy Dental. We're very lucky to be joined today by Cindy Hauk from CKD Practice Management, who I'll introduce in a moment. In addition to Cindy, we have our Product Marketing Manager, Nate Nelson, and Product Manager, Jay Wood, who will bring even more expertise to this webinar. Thank you for being with us. If you have any questions or technical issues at any time during the presentation, feel free to submit your questions using the Q&A widget. We will either answer your questions via chat, address it at the end, or send an email following the presentation. During the next 45 minutes, you'll be provided valuable information that will help you more effectively expedite your insurance claims, as well as help you understand how to plan your fee schedules. Also, you'll be identifying ways that you can improve your collections process and even your scheduling productivity. All of these tips and tricks will help you reach your ultimate goal of more revenue and less frustration for your practice. Our presenter today is Cindy Hauk, who is the founder of CKD Practice Management, a practice management consulting firm that specializes in helping offices with their special needs in security, going paperless, staff management, and productivity. Cindy has almost 30 years of dental industry experience as a certified dental assistant, an office administrator. She has been certified Easy Dental trainer since 2000 and has instructed workshops and seminars since 2001. Cindy's passion for training and consulting give her a unique qualifications to ensure a great customer experience. Cindy, thank you for being with us today, and we'll turn the time over to you.
Good morning, everyone. So glad that you could join us. I am going to be talking to you about some experiences, and from experience, working with insurance companies can sometimes be challenging, to say the least. And some days we spend more time talking to insurance companies more than we talk to our patients. And all of those hoops that those insurance companies cause us to jump through can take precious time away from being a productive dental office. Well, today we're going to learn how Easy Dental and e-services will help insurances that are slow to pay, electronic versus paper, delays in reimbursement, manage claims in real time, and etc. So first off, I would like to have a question for you all. How many hours does your staff spend talking to insurance companies each day? So I'd like for you all to choose one of those, and we will see the results. So if you'll go ahead and click on your answer and hit submit, and we'll take a look at the results here in just a couple of seconds here. Okay, so we've got some results here, and it looks like 0 to 2 hours is the top answer there. That is 66%. So let's discuss a little bit more, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what we call the insurance wheel. You know, insurance works like a wheel, so if you don't enter all that is needed to make it work, it's like losing a spoke in the wheel, and then you don't get where you want to go. So with those hoops that we talked about that the insurance makes us jump through, if we have our wheel in place, then we can give our patients an accurate estimate of what their insurance will pay, and therefore asking the best estimate of what the patient owes at the time of service. So let's discuss how this insurance wheel works. So In the next slide, we will discuss the first step in our insurance wheel concerning fee schedules. We're going to learn how to update insurance information for an entire group plan, and there's no need to update for every individual patient. We'll also learn to improve the accuracy of your estimated portions and also provide more accurate copays. Now, by adding in your insurance fee schedules into Easy Dental, you'll be able to feel confident that you are providing your patients with the best estimate possible for accurate patient portions and copays. Now, if you're a fee-for-service office, you have a choice of providing this information to your patients as a courtesy for quality patient communication. Even if you have one person at the front desk, time is of the essence to ensure you are quickly and efficiently providing this information to your patients. And this would complete the first step in the insurance wheel. Now, our next step in the insurance wheel will discuss employers. By adding in the employer, you would be able to tie the insurance to this particular employer and group plan and give an easy access to connecting the insurance carrier into Easy Dental. And this would complete the second step in the insurance wheel. Our next step in the insurance wheel will discuss insurance data. Entering the insurance data provides the address, the group number, benefit renewal, the claim format, fee schedule, and electronic payer ID information. By attaching the fee schedule to the insurance, this will provide the PPO fees to post to the account. So Easy Dental provides the electronic payer ID list for you for easy setup for the electronic claim address. And this would complete the third step in the insurance wheel. Our next step in the insurance wheel will discuss coverage tables. Now, by entering in the coverage tables, you can add in the maximum and the deductible and customize percentage breakdown of each category or separate procedures. The coverage table is defaulted at 100% preventative. There's 80% for basic and then 50% for major services for your convenience. Then once these are customized, this will update all patients with this group plan. And this would complete the fourth step in the insurance wheel. Our next step in the insurance wheel will discuss itemizing insurance payments by procedure. When you receive your payment from the insurance, you'll receive an EOB or an estimate of benefits. You can itemize by procedure so that you will know what this group plan pays on this particular procedure. This will provide a history in the payment table of what this insurance pays on paid procedures. Now, you will also be able to add in what the insurance will pay into the payment table if needed. While in the claim, you can also update if they have used part of their maximum and at another general dentist or maybe a specialty office. And this would complete the fifth step of our insurance wheel. Our next step in the insurance wheel will discuss applying a deductible to the claim payment. When you have posted the payment and itemized by procedure, you can enter the deductible to the claim so it will update the used benefit information. And the reason why we do that is to make sure that when we do a treatment plan that our benefits are updated and they're correct. And this would complete the sixth step of the insurance wheel. Now, our last step in the insurance wheel will discuss updating treatment plan fees. Now, have you ever had a patient come in and you present them with a treatment plan only to have them say, "Oh, I forgot to tell you I have insurance," or "Oh, I have new insurance," or maybe I have a secondary insurance. You can easily attach the insurance as we discussed in the prior slide, and then you can update the treatment plan fees in the Easy Dental Estimator. This will update the fees to reflect that particular fee schedule's fees or to update to new fees you have recently changed for your office. And this would complete the 7th step in the insurance wheel. So this brings us to our next poll question. And is your office a preferred provider for insurance? So if you will just check yes or no and then click on submit, and we'll take a look at your results. I'll give you just a few seconds. Okay, I see that most of you are preferred providers for insurance. That's 89%, so that's a big percentage. We're going to go ahead and talk about the insurance manager. You know, sometimes conversations with insurance companies can drag on longer than we expect. Often by the time your office receives answers from the insurance company, the patient is already in the operatory, receiving a procedure their insurance may not cover or covers at a percentage they may not be comfortable with. So if any of you all have heard of eCentral, we have an insurance manager that is available. And with that insurance manager, you can check your eligibility and benefits. And if you are using our eClaims through Easy Dental, you can also check on claim status. What if you could save significant time of your phone time with insurance companies? Are you tired of sitting on hold? Easy Dental offers a solution with eCentral Insurance Manager that will check that eligibility, benefits, claim status, and also house your electronic claim reports for a paperless solution. That way you don't have to print out all of those reports when you send your electronic claims. Now, we've made it easy by using the insurance wheel. Now, to receive payment from the insurance, we first have to send the claim. Paper claims are untrackable unless you want to spend the money to certify return receipt on every claim, and that could get very expensive. So to get paid quicker is essential for your office to use an electronic claim service. eClaims are faster and safer. And with eClaims, you can attach electronic versions of x-rays, charts, and photos instead of the actual hard copies. And with a few clicks of your mouse, your claims are sent to a clearinghouse to send to the insurance companies to quickly process for payment. Now, with electronic claims, you can check the status of claims with the reference claim number you receive with each claim sent. Your claims can also be sent with attachments of x-rays and or perio charts right from your software. I'd like to tell you a true story. I went to an insurance seminar, and the person instructing that seminar was a previous claim processor for a known dental insurance company. And he told us that if by Friday they had not finished their stack of claims, they were thrown in the trash, or what I call File 13. So if you had sent original x-rays, that is if your office is not on digital x-ray, then they would be thrown away. And that is why when you call an insurance company and they say, we've never received that claim, you know why. This is one of the reasons claims do not get paid in a timely manner. To keep a delay in insurance payments, make sure that you are sending the needed information the first time so there is no further delay, such as perio charts, x-rays, narratives, intraoral photos. Don't ever assume that the insurance will pay if you just send the claim with a procedure like a crown or scale and root planing. Now, some offices may use outside entities to send their claims. You would have to go outside of your software and use another for submitting claims and attachments. By utilizing Easy Dental eClaim, you are working from the Easy Dental software to submit your claims and attachments. Now, once you have sent those claims by using the Insurance Manager in eCentral, you will be able to access the real-time reporting for tracking your electronic claims. This keeps the need for a paper report to zero. I can remember printing up all of those reports and putting them in a book. And once using the eCentral and using the Insurance Manager, I don't have to keep that book anymore. I can just go right to eCentral and look at any report that has been processed when I send out electronic claims. By using the Easy Dental electronic processes, this will allow the ability to work with your patients in improving your collections process. By having correct estimates for patient portions, you can collect at the time of service what the patient owes, decreasing the need for statements and collection calls. What is PowerPay LE? PowerPay LE allows you to post credit card payments directly into Easy Dental. This service is provided by Moneris, and they will match your current credit card fees that you are paying to your current credit card merchant service. This is the only company that works directly into Easy Dental. It was specifically made just for our software. Now we have another question, and I'd like to find out how many statements does your office send a month? So if you will go ahead and check your answer and then press submit, and we'll take a look at the result. Okay. So how many statements do we have? All right. Awesome. Okay, we've got less than 50 as our highest one, and between 50 and 100 as our middle one. So we're still sending out a lot of statements. Now, I'd like to talk about my collections recipe with you. Now, by utilizing the Collection Manager, I cut down time and paper, and then I send out 3 statements. I'll send out one on the 15th, the 30th, and the 15th again. And then I call closely following a call dialogue, and then I would submit to collections if they haven't paid after 45 days. So how often do you send statements? I always send a statement as soon as I receive payment from an insurance, and the balance was the patient. My philosophy of sending statements are sending 3 statements, then the courtesy collection call. The first statement that I sent was due on the 15th, so I would send that on the 1st, and it was due on the 15th. Then I'd send a second notice if they hadn't paid, and that was due by the 30th. If they didn't pay it on the 30th, then I sent a final notice, and that was sent stating that the balance will be delinquent after the 15th. Well, that gives the patient a 45-day span to clear the balance. When you get a statement from your cable company, when is it due? Normally, 10 to 15 days. When is your electric bill due? Normally, 10 to 15 days. And if you do not pay your electric bill on time, what is the next notice you get? A shut-off statement. So why in dental do we allow 30 days to pay? That's a good question. So let's discuss that dreaded collection call. If you are not collecting at the time of service, then we will have a need for statements. We will also have those patients that ignore the statement. I'm sure you have some of those. So for those of you that have to make that dreaded collection call, I have a few tips that have worked in my 30 years in dentistry. So here is how my call would normally go. Hello, this is Cindy from Dr. Jones' office, and I am calling in reference to your overdue balance. I then would allow for a 5-second time of silence. I'm giving them the chance to speak first. And I'm sure you've probably heard all of the excuses, so I give them that 5 seconds to tell me whatever excuse they want to tell me. I then would let them know this is a courtesy call to let you know how our accountant is coming in the end of next week to turn over any overdue accounts to collections. And I did not want that to happen to you. So when next week would you be able to take care of that balance? Now, if they give me a day that they're going to pay that, I will put that in my day note in the schedule that if the person is not paid, to turn them into collections. If they say, I can't pay that next week, then I will say, I am so sorry, but it will be out of my hands by the end of the week. If you can pay by then, your account will be in good standing. I appreciate your time. Have a good day. Now, that takes the pressure off of me. It takes the pressure off of the doctor, and it puts the pressure on the accountant. Now, if I don't follow through, then what have they learned? I call that a learned response. If I don't turn it in, then they will continue to do the same thing with the same result. So let's learn how to improve our collection process. What are the benefits of having a collections management system in your software? If you have not collected at the time of service, as we mentioned before, you can utilize the Collections Manager in Easy Dental without the need for a paper list. You will be able to create targeted statement lists, track and monitor payments, and customize filters to skip those accounts that still have pending claims. You will have access to all the modules while working your collection list right from the Collections Manager. You know, being able to collect brings us to the schedule. If we aren't booked, then we can't be productive. If we aren't productive, then we can't collect. So for me, the schedule is the brains of the software, or the Grand Central Station, so to speak. We go to the schedule first to see what we will be doing for the day. Are we full? Are there holes open? Do we have everyone confirmed? These things are important, and wanting to be productive and stay productive and be efficient is not an easy task. You've heard me mention eCentral and the Insurance Manager. We also have a Communication Manager that will send text messages and emails to your patients, and they will confirm the appointments right in your schedule, so you spend less time calling patients to confirm their appointments. Now, to make money, you have to perform procedures. And to perform those procedures, you have to get people into operatories. Here are 3 ways you could keep your office busy and ensure that the money keeps flowing in. My first list that I go to in the system is to fill holes with the ASAP list. I call this my no-brainer list. These are the people that have already told me they can come in sooner if we have a change in our schedule. Now, my second list is the unscheduled list. These are the people who have canceled their appointments or no-showed. And my final list is the treatment manager. This list will provide access to outstanding treatment plans. So if I have exhausted my ASAP list and I've exhausted my unscheduled list, then I will use this list. It is customizable, so I could pull from patients who have insurance benefits, or I could pull self-pay patients. Now, these lists will keep my schedule full and keep the office productive and working efficiently. So let's review a little bit about what we talked about. Learning by experience, working with insurance companies and what information they will need provide us with the expectations they have in sending our claims with attachments when needed and any added reports such as a perio chart or x-rays or photos. Now, we have also discussed the 7 steps in the insurance wheel to provide you with the information you can provide your patients for accurate estimates. Following that insurance wheel, or what I call the insurance checklist, assures that your treatment plans and your estimates you give your patients are accurate and up to date. If you have to make those collection calls, utilizing the collections manager will allow you a paperless solution for your office. Use the collections call dialogue provided for a less stressful phone call. And also utilize your schedule processes to maximize operatory productivity. We have many awesome certified trainers that can help with training you to maximize your investment in your software. These trainers can come to your office or train you remotely right on your computer system. So I'm going to turn this over to Alan, and I thank you all for listening, and I hope you got some good information today.
Thank you, Cindy, for that great presentation. Before we move on to the question and answers, I just want to let everyone know that Cindy has also written an ebook in which she lays out the 6 secrets of working with insurance companies and patients that will give you some additional information. If you would like to download this free ebook, you can access it by the URL that's on the screen, easydental.com/getpaidontime, and you can go and download that at any time. We'll go ahead and move on to our question and answers. If you have any questions, go ahead and submit them in the Q&A widget below. Cindy, did you notice any questions that you would like to answer?
Let's see, asking how do we create those lists and use them for ASAP and unscheduled? Okay, that's a good question, Heather. Creating those lists, whenever you are in the appointment book in your schedule and you go into your appointment, there is a little option there when you create the appointment that will say schedule fixed. If you click on that drop-down menu and change it to ASAP, that will put it on the ASAP list. To create an unscheduled list, then anytime that somebody has either no-showed or they've canceled their appointment, then you can break that appointment, which will send it up into that unscheduled list. Now, Karen is asking, okay, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, sorry.
Okay, Karen has a question. If we form treatment plan and patient comes in and receives some of the treatment, do we have to post completed procedures through the treatment plan for the manager to be updated? Or can we post services through code and it still updates the treatment manager? Good question. So, Karen, if you treatment plan anything, it's going to show up in the treatment manager. So no matter whether you are putting those into the accounts module or whether you're putting them into the chart in the treatment plan, those are going to update the treatment plan manager. So Alan, would you like to answer any questions?
Let me turn it over to Nate and see if there's any questions that he wants to answer.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, so this was a good question about, I'm sorry, just let me, it says, which digital imaging systems integrate with Easy Dental? That's maybe not exactly related to our topic, but it is a good question still. It says, we actually integrate the very best with our partner Dexis. However, there are also other leading imaging systems that integrate with Easy Dental because we have such a large market and we're backed by Henry Schein. So that's a good question. Let's move on to a couple of these others.
Cindy, do you want to grab a couple more questions out of that queue and answer those?
Okay. There's a question that says, how do we make the report for collections? For that collections manager, it is if you will go into the reports module when you get back to Easy Dental, there is an icon that looks like a hand that is squeezing out a dollar bill, as I call it, and it is the collections manager icon. So when you go into that icon, you'll be able to run that collections manager. So I hope that answered your question. Now let's take a look and see if there are some other questions. I think I answered Bryna's question as well. That was the same question.
Okay, Cindy, I see that we have a few more questions here, but I think we're out of time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have you fill those questions via email after this webinar is completed. And
okay.
So that way we can have you individually just send those emails. If you have any other questions, go ahead and submit those now, and then she will go ahead and reply to those, or we'll have Nate and Jay reply to the ones that are relevant to their expertise. We just want to thank everybody for joining us today. We want to thank Cindy again for joining us and giving us such a great presentation. If you have any further questions, you can always give a call to our support department at 800-824-6375. And you have a great day, and we appreciate you joining us.